soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force. You are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you.
All right, Normandy ahead. Lock and load, boys, cause England is going bye-bye. Soldiers, sailors and airmen. My name is Adam and we are here in for a treat because today I will be doing a preview video for Heroes of Normandie, the Big Red 1 edition. So, Big Red 1 edition is the newest edition of this famous Heroes of Normandie game published a couple of years ago. It's currently on Kickstarter, so if you are looking for a war game or you want to try some kind of new board game, then this is the game you should probably take a look at. Because it's my favorite war game of all. It runs on a Heroes system tactical scale. It's a well-developed system that lets you do everything you could do on the battlefield, which is great because, get ready for some flamethrowers, mortars, bangalores, landing craft, commanding, units, commanding teams, using mines, climbing cliffs, everything you could do on the battlefield of Normandy. It's recreated in this system and it's great. Actually, it's so good that I've made a second video about the system. The video is for the Heroes of Stalingrad, but if you want to take an in-depth look in the system, in the game rule, I will link the video somewhere over here and you can check it out. But back to the Big Red 1 edition. So, the Big Red 1 edition tells a story of the 1st American Infantry Division and its ferocious clash with German forces, the 2nd German Panzer Division in Normandy 1944. The 1st American Division is the famous American unit that took part in almost every American conflict. So it was pretty good call to choose this division as a star unit for this game by Devil Pig Games. So if you are new to the game, you might probably want to see all the segments of this video, but if you are already familiar with the game, you might probably skip the next one. I will be telling about the game overview, and you can go straight to the what's new, what's in the box, and my final thoughts on this game. Yeah. So, let's do the quick game overview. So, Heroes of Normandie is a game for 2 players. You can actually play it with more, but at its core it's for 2. It's designed for 2. It's a strategic war board game in which one of the players is commanding German units, the other one is commanding Allied units. It runs on a Hero system tactical scale, the special system dedicated for this size of a game, because you will be playing on a platoon level. So expect single tanks, infantry teams, anti-tank teams, snipers, officers, but do not expect any kind of company size units, because here it's all about single soldiers or single teams on a battlefield, and that's why it's so good, because you can influence the entire battlefield by commanding single soldiers or single teams or single vehicles. So this is a turn-based game. In each scenario there is an objective that needs to be completed and the time, and how much time do you have, basically how many turns do you have for each scenario. So let's do a quick turn overview. In each turn, you will be having order phase, activation phase, and supply phase. So in order phase, each of the one by one, each of the players will be giving this kind of orders on the unit. Then you go one by one and take those orders, take those moves or shots. Later in the activation phase, all the units that weren't given any orders are probably moving or doing any other action. And in the supply phase, you're gonna get draw cards, because also in this game you have cards which influence the battlefield. Pretty much. It can actually change the course of the battle, so they are important. And also in the game you have dice, because combat is dice based. It sometimes might be pain in the ass if you are not lucky with the dice, but in general I like this aspect because the battlefield is unpredictable, and you can never know if your unit is gonna win or is gonna do the action it was supposed to do. And pretty much that's it. If you want to know more about this system, about rules, I have prepared an in-depth video in which I'm covering all the rules of this game with my friend Carlo, so you may want to check it out, but for now, that's it. And yeah, now let's talk about what's new in the Big Red 1 edition of Heroes of Normandie. So, first of all, new is the graphic design. So the game went to the graphic overhaul. So the units graphic changed. Probably the map tiles changed a bit. Some of the elements like turn tracker changed. I may expect some changes in the cards. What has not changed, and this is good, is the different icons and modificators on the unit. And why is that good? Because this game is compatible with previous releases by Devil Pig Games. So if you would like to buy some new add-on or new expansion to the Big Red 1 edition, I mean the expansion from the previous set, it's possible. You can still do it, and this is great. So other than that, we have completely new redesigned scenario book, and this is also good information, because what they did in Heroes of Stalingrad, they one by one in each scenario they introduced new mechanic to the game. So as you play the game, as you play each scenario, you learn one by one, and this is great because the learning curve, if you take this approach, is not that steep, and you can manage all the elements of the game easily, and of course all the mechanics of the game easily. The new is also the rule book. So Devil Pig Games had some problems with the previous rule book. I mean, not all of the rules were clear, and I have seen the new rule book, and they finally have done a great job preparing completely new rule book to the game. So I think for the new players it will be great. There are also some little rules amendments, refinements, and the things that were previously in errata are also in the new rule book. So I think they have taken the community voice under consideration, and finally did great rule book for the new Big Red 1 edition. And of course, what is new? Probably for some of the players the most important aspect: new are the units. So we will be commanding either German 2nd Panzer Division or American 1st Infantry Division. And just for this unit, for me, it's a must-buy because I have plenty of expansions for Heroes of Normandie, and I want to play with these units. And yeah, so all of these are also new to the set, and probably there will be some more unit coming up in the stretch goals. So be aware that there will be plenty more units coming up once the stretch goals are opened. And I think basically we have covered everything that is new in this edition of the Heroes of Normandie called the Big Red One. And now let's see what's in the box. So, in the box we have, of course, map tiles, we have units, we have order tokens for both of the sides, we have two decks of cards for each of the side. We have, of course, rule book, scenario book, plenty of tokens, and shells. No, shells are not included. These are mine. But we have many elements. We have many elements that are needed to be played. To play this game. And if you would like to go for a higher pledge, there is also a storage solution included in this pledge, and this is great because I have it for my previous expansions, and it works great. So if you would like to spend a little bit more and then have some sleeves, some storage for units, this is probably the best pledge for you. And pretty much that's it what's in the box, but there are plenty of stretch goals coming up. The first one is already unlocked. It's the Bloody Omaha scenario, and it gives you of course new board tiles with the ocean, actually with the sea. Also it gives you some landing craft vehicles, probably some more terrain upgrades. So it's all in there, and I'm so eager to see what next is coming up, because probably in this game you're gonna see some famous Normandy battle locations, like all of the beaches, Juno, Gold, Sword, Omaha, and Utah, and also probably you're gonna see some of the inland locations like St. Louis, or for example Caen or Carentan, Summer Egli, and I'm counting on all of that. We'll see how many of these scenarios will be incorporated in the stretch goals, and also of course with the scenarios comes the units, and I'm counting on new units and new military options for both of these sides. So I will keep my eyes open for that. And pretty much that's what you can expect in the box. So if you have the core edition and you would take all of the things that are inside and put on the table, it's a pretty much game. So expect a lot, because it can cover this entire stable easily. So developing games are doing a good job with the content, because they put a lot of content in their boxes. And my final thoughts, as this is my favorite war games, I can only say good things about it. So if you are a new player to the game and you want to try some war board game, or you have heard about this game but have not tried, for me it's a must buy, because this game gives you the feeling of complete control of the battlefield. The art is executed perfectly. The system is grown up. You have plenty of options in here, and This game reminds me of the close combat video game series, because for me it's like playing this close combat but using boards and unit tiles, and this is great. And the quality of production is also superb. So as I mentioned, if you are a new player looking for a new player to the series, looking for a war board game, this is probably a good start. Heroes of Normandy Big Red 1 edition is the game to try. And if you are someone who already has the core box or the original Heroes of Normandy, you might probably give it a thought, because if you are like me, I mean, you want to have it all, you probably don't even need to watch this video. You'll probably be supporting this title on Kickstarter. But if you are thinking, should I buy it or should I not? Well, for me, probably it depends on how much you want the new units and the new look of the game. And it's dependent. For me, as a fan, it's a must buy. For you, it's the question you have to answer to yourself, because it depends on how much you want the new units, new tiles, and is it worth spending the money for you. But for me, as a fan, as I said, my favorite favorite war board game. This is it, and for me, it's a must buy, and it's a next, Heroes of Normandy game in my collection. So I think pretty much I covered all the aspects of the game. If you are interested, Heroes of Normandy Big Red 1 edition is on Kickstarter. Go ahead, the link will be in the description. Go ahead, if you like what you see, support it, and that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Soldiers, take care and bye bye.